What's something you'll say here but not to people you know in real life? My thoughts are 95% me running through scenarios that have never happened and never will with myself and people I've met. No. Almost everything that I've commented. The reason why I found Reddit appealing is the anonymity, and there are tons of things I want to talk about that I can't tell. However, it is not something devastating if someone found my account. I will probably delete this account soon though. Sometimes I feel jealous when my friends are with their other friends. I know that it's not right and they're allowed to have other friends, and I feel bad about it, but I can't help it. I'm sick and I'm just going to get sicker. I'm so scared. My mother is going through it and I have to go through the same thing and I don't want to. I want help. All the bad things you thought about me were exactly correct. I'm lazy, procrastinate, and am overall a bum. Yes, I have an okay job and do my best, yet I'm nowhere near the level I should be at. I disappoint myself and I don't need yours as well to pile on. Still happy though, which is weird lol. I feel like I don't fit in anywhere, even with you. I wanna tell my best friend this so much but I feel like it would crush her. We love each other to bits. But it's like, I always feel second-rate to her other friends. It's been the same with all my friends over the years, to the point where I just slowly withdraw because the anxiety of not living up to the friendship gets the better of me. I'm going to end up with nobody in my life except for family, and all the people I've lost over the years will think I don't like them when it's not that. It's the fact I look up to them and could never live up to what I feel I should be as a friend. Well fuck, I'm at work and crying. Edit, you people are absolutely beautiful humans. I saw the question and this is the first thing came to mind, so I just thought, why not? Nobody will read it anyway and it's all just usernames. And holy moly, 8 hours later my most upvoted and awarded comment ever is one that has helped me in a way I don't even know yet, and that's on you guys. I hope at least some of you have found something in this thread to maybe hold on to as well. Again, you're all amazing, I love you all. That I am not coping as well as it seems. This past few years have been hard. I don't like people to worry, so I keep a lot to myself. I just keep swimming lol. Edit. Thanks for adding to this guys. There are a lot of us, aren't there? I know I am at the crossroads and I need to decide which path to go. Damn, I do not like mental illness. Bless you all for caring. I will be fine. Thanks for the award. I'm just going through the motions. I do all my assignments, I go to all my classes, I do everything I need to do. I just struggle to feel anything about it. I have to force myself to feel things sometimes, and I worry that my lack of feeling isn't enough for my partner, and I worry about myself too, because I wasn't always like this. I don't know what happened. Edit. Thank you all. I really appreciate the support. To the people telling me to go to therapy, I will as soon as I have time, which at this point will be summer, I guess. To the people who told me to try drugs, alcohol, I appreciate the sentiment but no thank you, I legally can't drink anyway. I also wanted to add that I have lately been helping myself release emotions and just feel things, with a possibly odd technique, but hey, it works, and I think it's helping. Thank you all so much. I'm terrified of drawing any attention to myself or taking risks, and because of that I'm just bumbling though my life, floating from one distraction to the next, hoping it will get better but not actually trying to fix it. Why can't someone be there for me like I'm there for them? Edit. Just to make some things clear, I don't hate being an empath. I just don't like or understand why don't people who say that I'm their close friend for helping them out. Just couldn't ask me once that how was I doing, am I alright, do I need any help? I still cry over my childhood dog. He was my best and only friend up until I was around 12. Every day I'd come home and hug him in order to forget about the excessive bullying I received at school. I know I should be over it by now, but I can't let go of him. I wish literally anybody would ever message me first. Feels like I always have to be the one to reach out to my friends. Not sure if it's just them not wanting to bother me if I'm busy, or they just really don't care if they talk to me or not. I want to have an actual conversation about life with someone, about the stars, about a word story for a movie I have in my head, not about the same mundane stuff every time we talk to each other. Edit. Wow guys, I never expected so many upvotes and comments. Thank you for the awards too. Somehow reading all your comments put a smile on my face. Maybe because for the first time I shared what's on my mind and someone read it. Also, you're not gonna get the plot of my movie lol. I aim to bring it to the big screen one day where you all can watch it. In real life, I never let on that I am not okay. I have perfected smiling and being bubbly when in reality I am dead inside. On here, I'm not really afraid of telling people that my life is a massive mess. I fucking hate my job right now. My company bought a plant nearby a few years ago, and in January 2020 announced they were closing it. I was assigned the task of dismantling some of the plant and shipping it to other plants around the world. While my soon-to-be unemployed co-workers watch and help, it makes me feel like a complete piece of shit. I was raped by my best friend as a kid. Although it goes against the post's question, I had a mental breakdown and told my family, and they called me a liar and didn't believe me, which has admittedly worsened my mental state. I know what I am to everyone, an afterthought or something to use when needed and then discarded. I am not oblivious to what is said about me or what happens when I am not around, and it makes my heart ache because there was once a time that I felt surrounded by love, and the only time I have been touched at all in the last couple of years was a hug from my ex because our animals had died. Once I get a stable job, move out and get financially stable, I plan on cutting contact with my family. They are just too toxic to deal with. I'm set to inherit a sizable amount of cash and my parents will, but if I cut contact with them and they decide to cut me out of the will, then that's alright with me at this point. I am going into grade 12 with no idea what I want to do with my life, and on top of that my grades will never be good enough to do anything meaningful. Edit. I just want to thank everyone who replied with your advice. It has really helped me distress about all of this. That the reason I don't give most friends a way to contact me or any of my social media isn't because I don't trust them or something. I just have this thing where I keep accidentally ghosting people. I forget to answer my messages all the time, and even have most disabled, and I never want them to think I'm ignoring them. I just genuinely dislike getting notifications and having to look at my phone so much. I generally try to make it a rule to not say anything to someone on the internet that I wouldn't say to someone real. People on the internet are still real even if you can't see them. I hate falling in love. I'm not single because I don't want to invest in a relationship, but because I hate to put expectations on another person. I don't know. I feel that I create an image in my head when I crush on someone, and invest too much energy maintaining that idea rather than appreciating the person in front of me. Besides, I don't want to hassle someone with my emotions, only I am accountable for how I feel. It's something I'm trying to work on. I plan to shoot myself if it got decided I should join the military. Legal gun ownership is hard to get where I live, so I waited for the date I would get the application letter. If I died somewhere else, my mother or some innocent bystander child wouldn't have to see my body. Fortunately, I was too underweight to join. Sometimes I feel like I'm not real and everything around me isn't real, like I'm daydreaming. I can do anything I would normally do, but inside I'm fighting off that feeling. For last 7 years I have derealization, depersonalization disorder, and believe me when I tell you that is scary stuff to live with. Swear words. Usually in front of kids I of course limit it naturally, but in front of my ancient relatives, I basically would get disowned. Why they take it so seriously if it's not in public or in front of little kids? Come on, even the 8-year-old called you a shithead. I feel like I'm in a constant limbo. I'll be 30 in less than a year's time and I still have no idea what I want to do with my life. I feel like the train has left the station and all the vague dreams I have for my future have long passed me by. I feel stuck and don't know what the hell I should do or where I should even start. And the more I think about it, the more frustrated I become, because I just can't seem to bring myself to start something, anything. I'm just pretending to be alive, basically, and it makes me sad. Honestly, the only people I hide my opinions from are coworkers because we have to all work together. Otherwise my online personality is me. I just say things more blatantly online. I still speak my truth in person, but it might be more guarded or soft-balled. I've never told anyone except my sister that I prostituted myself from the age of 7 to 10. A male relative would pay me for sex acts. At 10 years old, I knew it was wrong and put an end to it. My poor sister was not so forceful and the abuse continued as a teenager. I was not aware he was abusing her too. We might write a book about it. I can see the title now. I was a 7-year-old hooker. OMG. Believe it or not, I am a pretty well-adjusted adult, being married for 38 years, stable job, no drugs. My sister has done well too, except for difficulty with husbands. She is currently on number 3. Using a throwaway. I am really sad. I think I've been for a long time, but I managed to go through life by removing my emotions for people and feeling not very sad but not very happy. It might come from the fact that I haven't seen my dad in 10+ years because I can't forgive him for giving up on us, family. When I was 1, he deprived me of the possibility of having a nice family. He married another girl 10 years later and they have a loving family with 2 new kids. Instead I grew up with my mom. She was amazing, but still, I know what happens. People something don't stay together etc. but don't make kids then. Also maybe I'm a bit weird. Maybe not like everyone else. I might be a little bit, just a bit though. Autistic or something, probably depressed and anxious, but as I said, I managed to go through life by removing my emotions for people. If I don't show emotion or like people I can't get hurt. It was all until recently, where I fell for a girl. I managed to kiss her etc. but ultimately I think I screwed up, because of my insecurities, my unhealed traumas. Now I'm feeling really bad. I barely felt things for people in my life, but I miss her a lot. I actually caught feelings for her. It's really rare, but it is what it is. At least now that she made me feel something, it will push me to work on myself and go see a therapist for the first time in my life. I think I need to speak. I probably need medication too. Well, I feel like garbage. Honestly, life is shit. I would never commit suicide because I love my mom and it would destroy her, but other than her I don't see why people overhype life like that. I don't understand ambition at all. I've drifted through my life fairly successfully but never really had goals or drive to be a certain thing or achieve a certain thing. When someone suggested something that they thought should be a goal, I just went along with it as I had no ideas of my own. I do have things I like to do, like travel. Impossible now, or play video games etc. but ambition to achieve a certain level in my job or training to complete the marathon or some such number, I don't get it. I don't have friends because I truly don't deserve them, not because I'm bad at making and maintaining friends. I'm just a terrible person, with a lot of problems, and no motivation to fix them. I deserve to be alone. I don't even deserve the food I'm eating, like I just don't deserve anything good, because I am all bad. I've had about 8 crushes and did not say my feelings to any of them. When people praise me, at the back of my mind I'm disgusted because I kind of think of myself as someone who is undeserving of any praise and attention. My family is not fun to be with while in quarantine and may be toxic to each other. Well, in summary, all of them are waiting for each other to change, but none of them are changing at all and just hurting each other more and more after every fight, argument, and I'm petrified to become one of them. But since I was born into that kind of environment already, I think I'm already one of them. I think I am a biromantic homosexual, but I'm not yet sure if that is correct term. But somehow, it feels right, and you know what? If someone's going to mislabel me, it's going to be me. P.S. Thank you for the upvotes, comments and self-esteem boost. This is a really interesting thread. Like someone else commented, I make a point not to say things online that I wouldn't say in public. In my head, online is public. I do understand that many people don't have the personal support that I'm so fortunate to have. In those cases, opening up anonymously online would make sense. I consume massive amounts of media, books, movies, shows, YouTube, etc., to distract myself from the fact that I hate myself and don't know how to change. I get incredibly nervous in social situations about how I am perceived and certain stereotypes. I am in a wheelchair with CP but do not have learning difficulties. I also get incredibly worried about my phrasing of things, and often replay them in my head. I have only told my parents and one other person. It is horrible and I wish I could stop it, but I can't. I know this is trivial compared to most things on here, but just though I would share. I'm crazy in love with you and wish you would take me home with you so that we could make wild passionate love underneath your sheets. Yeah, not gonna happen, but still. Despite being successful at life in the eyes of friends and family by having a career and being able to live on my own, I don't recall the last time I felt happy. I suppressed the shit out of my depression. That I'm fucking paranoid of corners of my own house. It doesn't happen much nowadays, but a couple months ago I felt like something was always watching me, and when I turned around I could see its face, but in reality it's just me being paranoid. So many times my heartbeat accelerated and I ran to the other room like a scared cat. In the past year 1V lost about 12 kilograms/27 pounds. People compliment on it because they think I work out. I do enjoy my new body, but I actually lost weight because the stress of my long-term girlfriend cheating, leaving me in my increasingly strained relationship with my father. I lost about 7 kilograms in a month, but no one knew. In the past year 1V lost about 12 kilograms/27 pounds. People compliment on it because they think I work out. I do enjoy my new body, but I actually lost weight because the stress of my long-term girlfriend cheating, leaving me in my increasingly strained relationship with my father. I lost about 7 kilograms in a month, but no one knew. I understand zero of what NFL commentators are saying. I'm American, have been watching football for over 15 years. No idea what an play option or screen pass is. Nobody in the NFL explains anything. They just assume every viewer has played at the college level or above. The MLB during the World Series is a great example of educating the viewer. I wish the NFL was more instructional. That I am actually very lazy. I don't want to work at all. No, Not in the work sucks kinda way, more so in the I will probably kill myself at some point kind of way. I just want to rest and play chess for the remainder of my days. I've thought, off and on, about killing myself since I was 15 years old. I'm 31 now, so roughly half of my life I have been thinking about ending it. Some days I get so low I sit in my closet and just stare at my gun and cry. I've broached the topic of being depressed with some people in my life, but it pretty much always gets brushed off. How can you be depressed? You're so funny and always making jokes, so I've stopped bringing it up. I know I should seek counseling, I really am sick of living this way, but there's a fear somewhere in me stopping me from doing it. Depression is a real motherfucker and I wouldn't wish it in my worst enemy. I'm just saying, I could choose to get off to porn or I could choose to get off to the sun. I'm gonna come eventually either way, something I genuinely said on this subreddit not long ago. I hate fucking pretending that I like you all. I don't. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm only semi-comfortable to communicate with the keyboard.